Exactly. And nor should you have to, need to, want to change your mind. Sorry, let me. They didn't change their mind about preaching to you as if whatever their religion is, we're supposed to be proselytizing. Uh, no, you be yourself. They be themselves. But you said you knew them. Did they change their mind like just last night or something? That seems kind of crazy. I mean, when I met you, I knew you were black. So what took so long? Anyway, that's none of my business. You know, so instead of doing, as the Bible says, love thy neighbor as thyself, you want to be all up in my business and what I do in my house, and you don't pay none of my rent or bills. How dare you? How disloyal is that as a friend? To one day your friends, the next day, oh, you're this, you're that, you're a fat black chick. And the Bible says I shouldn't associate with fat black chicks. You need to get skinny. If I had a genie and a wish could come true, it would be for a lot of people, period. It doesn't matter if you're Christian, if you're this, if you're that. If you can't accept yourself for whatever it is you feel comfortable doing, whether your parents said, go be a lawyer and you wanted to be a nurse, or you're eating chicken and the rest of your family's vegan, doesn't matter. You have to be accountable to yourself. Shut up, leave other people alone. And I know, I have absolute faith that your life will be better once all of you people, this, just do this, just do this, just do this. When you pay my rent and bills, I might take it into consideration. Until then, why can't you just accept people for who and what they are? I accept you for being whatever you are, and I don't go, oh, you should try to do this. You should try to do that. How stupid would that be? You do this. And there's always three fingers pointing back at you, looking stupid, trying to preach to somebody on how to change. No, sharing your experiences is one thing. Telling other people what to do is something altogether other. How about you just shut up, mind your own business, be yourself. When I'm interested, I will say, hey, what was that passage again on da 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 da? Oh, Psalms 23. Okay, got it. Thanks. And wait. You don't keep trying to shove a whole elephant down somebody's throat. That will just get you friendless. And yeah, especially nowadays, more and more people are finding it's easier just to block you and kick you out of their life so they won't have high blood pressure or migraines or whatever, anxiety, knowing, oh, I'm about to see her in 30 minutes for lunch. And we could never eat with people that we don't exactly enjoy all of their company. That's not good for the system. It's just food for thought. I'm not telling you what to do. It's really sad that you, the individual that's pointing the finger, is the one really forcing people out of your life because you don't want them to be themselves. You want them to be what you want them to be. Happy I didn't never listen to that shit since I was 24 and had to kick my own sisters out my life because they were all stupid bitches and hoes. I'm sorry that you had that experience, and I'm glad you had that experience because I always have to end it on a happy note. This makes leaving the next person easier and easier and easier. See, so for example, a lot of people say, why do I always attract the same person? But I like bad boys. I like fat black chicks that have a sharp attitude, blah, 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 blah. Well, like it. And after 5 or 10 relationships, if that doesn't work, you could just consider maybe I should try something different, right? Where the mind goes, the behind follows, right? I said, where the mind goes, the behind follows. Excuse me. And it gets easier and easier and easier and easier to let go. And that's why now that I'm older, I don't mind making, these videos saying, don't call me. I don't like talking on the phone. But you like talking on the phone, so you call and don't leave a message, and I'm waiting for some information from you. Yeah, and I know you're going to see this, the person who that message is to. I don't like calls. I don't like talking on the phone, especially I don't like talking on the phone for a long time because I forgot to turn the TV down. Sorry. Because I have a strict schedule that I like to keep so I don't forget to do things. So if I'm talking to you for an hour and you expect me to pay attention, we won't talk again on the phone. Because then you're expecting me to do something you want me to do. I'm not telling you what to say or how to do because I start the conversation out with, I set my timer for 10 minutes. Okay, go. And no, that's not rude because I'm loving myself enough to have respect for myself to let you know what it's going to be like. Just like I'm sure you let this person know who and what you are. And they wait 20 years later to go, oh no, you need to be this because such and such a person said. And yeah, I understand a lot of you Christians say, well, God told him to write that or whatever. I don't know. I wasn't there. I wasn't there. Yeah, I believe in a lot of poems in the Bible, but I don't believe everything. No. Uh, anyway, it's easier just to let people be themselves. And if you can't love them as themselves, then just leave. Just leave. You know? And it's so sad, especially nowadays with the way things are. People are like, oh, it's okay for me to truly be myself and call you something worse than a fat black chick. Go ahead. I'm not going to say nothing to you. You're showing your authentic self. I'll just keep walking. Because however you are has got nothing to do with me. That's between you and whatever God you believe in. You know? Listen to people. You know? We by now, most of the world knows that saying by Maya. You know? When they show you who they are, believe them. The first time. I added that because if you were my daughter or my son, I would say the first time, so for me, the first time a man is late for a date or the first time a man or woman doesn't call when they say they're going to call, bye. Why am I going to sit here and wait for you to change? Now, I will say that after I heard the reason why. So if the mom was in the hospital, okay, fine, whatever. Or you had to go to the hospital or you were in an accident or something, okay, fine, I can get with that. But I'm going to let you know I was a little concerned because you're not usually late and that late people bother me. Anywho, you weren't late. So where are we going to eat? And just be truthful up front. Let people know where you're coming from up front, not 5 years later. And no, oh, I'm going to change him. I'm going to change her because I don't like how she dressed. So when we get together, no. Let them be themselves and you go find somebody that is how and what you like. Including friends, associates, blah, 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 whatever. Whatever, just let them be. Leave them alone or I have arrangements. So my play son Ryan, I ask him not to. Yanni's how can I say hi? Because I don't understand what you're saying. No, I'm not telling you to stop yawning. I'm just saying there's always a compromise. So I made a compromise with my play son Ryan not to yawn and talk at the same time, and then I'll do something that he doesn't like me doing at the same time. Agreements. And we get along well. And we just keep it pushing, you know? Could you, I mean, if you're going to yawn, you know, hold the phone over here until you're done yawning, and then you can come back, right? Love yourself enough to let people go the first time. So click on this, and then you'll get to his video and understand what I'm talking about. Love you. Bye.